right, boom. Welcome back. Yo, welcome back.
Yo, what it is?
This is the Lum LaL show. I'm your host, Lal.
It's your boy, Pharaoh Lum.
And yeah, you are back for another injection of introspection. And like, share, subscribe, comment. Do all the things necessary to keep us in your feed, because this is definitely something you need. And we enjoy providing it to you and for you. But you just had asked me a question. You said something about Billboard. What about Billboard?
Billboard dropped their. Let me pull the list up. They dropped their top rappers of all time list.
I seen it. I mean, I see them all the time, so I don't know if I seen the Billboard one or
it was
just like a random one.
It was definitely an interesting list. Jay-Z was at the top.
Okay.
Jay-Z
I
was
mean,
top 50 rappers.
I feel like part of it is political, but I mean, Jay-Z being at the top, no one is really going to argue about Jay-Z being at the top. But that's easy right there.
Yeah, let me try to go down a little bit more. Just skipping through some people. I'm not going to say everybody. Obviously, it's 50. 50, we got Rick Ross. 49.
Is this in order? Oh, top 50. Top 50.
I didn't see
Who's
the
not
bottom.
in top 50? Who didn't make it?
I don't know. We got Rick Ross there, Reverend, Melly Mel, MC Light. I'm not too mad at any of these. Jadakiss at 46. 46
I'm mad at
being
that.
better than Jadakiss.
I'm mad at
Crazy.
that.
I ain't gonna lie. 46 rappers being better than Jadakiss. Maybe there is historically, but like that sounds wild.
For me, Jadakiss needs to be top 20 simply because the way that he puts together rhymes to me is extremely
We're just talking
iconic.
about rhyming. You can't just say 46 people. Yeah. They live on planet Earth and walk around. Alive.
Like,
I don't know, like 46.
I think his number one, he had the most, in my opinion, bar for bar, the most legendary response to a diss track or just a diss track. Like I think Checkmate is just a crazy diss track, and it's slept on.
And it's crazy. It's crazy that you bring that up because a lot of people feel like him and Beans' war was one of the best beefs ever too.
I know people love that one, but to me, that response to 50 was just way more
it was
vicious.
savage.
Like,
That shit with the locks, the shit with writing with Puff and his own solo shit. All three of them things combined, his group shit, the writing work he did for Puff, and his own shit. I feel like combined is like higher than 46. But we'll keep rolling through. Ice-T 45.
Okay.
So I'm not too mad. We got to argue about who's in front of Jay. I mean, Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah being in the 40s, it's kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy.
She should be top like 25, top 25.
Bun B 43. I guess I can see, Redman 42, E40, 41. Historic. Dr. Dre is a rapper.
What's the criteria? But whatever. All right.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. What
Dr.
is
Dre is a rapper.
Producer.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, rap. Luda 39. Gucci Man 38. You know me. I'm
Gucci in front of Luda. I guess that makes sense, like iconically, culture-wise.
Yeah.
But rap-wise,
I know bar for bar people would say Luda has like a leg up on Gucci. But
but culture-wise, though,
culture-wise,
Gucci got a leg up on.
Effect-wise, yeah, he's
like
number one
two legs
from Atlanta.
up,
If you want to
sure.
talk about kids and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to talk about heritage and passing on to the next, he'd be number one.
Yeah.
37, we got Common. 36, Yasin Bey, a.k.a. Mos Def.
My boy, yeah, I would want him top 20, but I might be tripping.
In front of him, though.
I don't like that.
35.
But we're talking about culture.
35, we got Mr. Molly Percocet himself. Future. Hendrix.
I think
35.
that culture-wise, I don't even know. Okay, I can't say culture-wise that makes sense, because to me, do we have a lane available for niggas like first 4 album Kanye West? For people like J. Cole, because like J. Cole singing, people was complaining about J. Cole singing when he first started singing the same way they was doing Yasin Bey when he came out with the panties, when he came out with shit. It was like, he can't release it. Like, nah, bro, that shit was fly, and I feel like he opened up the door for music like J. Cole's music to be mainstream, and like, I don't know, maybe I'm tripping.
I mean, a lot of things are classics aren't really classics when they come out. I remember a lot of people. There was a lot of people who people don't remember was talking crazy about Hey Ya, which ain't really a hip hop track, but in retrospect was a legendary pop track by hip hop artists, and it's still good. I remember Labyrinth thing, which is like one of my favorite hip hop songs of all time. People were saying that Q-Tip basically sold out with that song. So like,
right.
You know what I mean? Which I thought it was mad soulful, had the jazz guitar.
It's because he wasn't rapping. It was just like, all right, bro.
All right, let's see. 35, we was at Future. You know what I mean? He was playing it in there. 36, Chuck D, Public Enemy.
I like it.
I'm not mad at that.
I think that was their give and take.
Yeah.
They put Future in front of Yasin and Chuck D in front of Future.
Yeah. And then Busta Rhymes in front of both of them at 33. I don't like 33 people being ahead of Busta Rhymes.
I don't either. He has
32, T.I. I'm a big T.I. fan. I don't know about 30 people. Like 20, I don't know. I'm a big T.I. fan too, so I feel like
T.I. definitely has a lot going for him, in my opinion. His first few albums to me are legendary. I don't care what anyone else says, bro. Like, you don't know me. Like, the list goes on and on.
Big
like
popping, bring them out.
Not even like before that. Like that. Like his shit was.
Oh
like,
shit! Even Be Easy. Like shit. Like man, his first couple albums, man. Like he was that. To me, he was the closest thing to as far as vocabulary and having a very versatile flow. He's the closest thing Atlanta had to 3 Stacks. I mean, unless you want to count Jay Electronica from Atlanta, because Jay Electronica, he's from the world.
No, he's from Louisiana, but
yeah, okay,
yeah, but no, he's definitely different. But I just feel like Tip had like a way, like what do you say? He said, a partner keep looking at me to see if my eyes open, cause I've been drinking and I've been smoking, flying down 285, but I'm focused. Yeah. I just like the way he like went into shit. Like
like even how he blended his accent with the heavy vocabulary of words.
Yeah, that's all character there. Like, that's undeniable.
Like, he's definitely. I know people try to shade T.I. now, but like
Lil Kim in front of T.I. to me.
Lil Kim is 31.
Lil Kim, I feel like is one of them people where her impact on the game is going to always matter, even if it don't have a current like place. Yeah. Just because every woman that comes out of New York will never escape the shadow of Lil Kim. Never.
Absolutely.
And then they all do the Lil Kim pose. It's like at this point, it's like like you have to do it in order to like even be like in that lane.
She's definitely up there. 31. Like I said, this list is kind of, as we get lower, I think it's going to get more controversial. Lauryn Hill at 30.
Okay, Lauryn Hill in top 30 is I needed it.
Yeah, I needed it.
If she wasn't in top 30, I would have been tight. So I'm not going to argue with that. But I feel like there's not a whole 30 of top tier artists that are better than, but it's the one album thing. It's the one album thing. If she had 3 albums out, she would be top 15.
If she had 3 albums like that first one, and we wouldn't even have it.
Yeah, like it's the one album thing.
What I mean?
Yeah, easy.
Greatest all time.
Facts.
Let's see. Ooh, Pusha T 29.
I'm not gonna argue with.
I'm gonna be a fan of that because like, I feel like his works in the past few years to me have been very, very, very good.
Yeah.
Like, and I feel like you add that to the clip stuff and you know what I'm saying, as far as how he's transcended. Like he just put a Grammy nominated album out in 2022 and he came out in like 2000. So like I feel like
that's a big deal.
The quality, the growth, you know what I mean? While still being able to maintain, I'm gonna rap about drugs and shit. I don't give a fuck what y'all think and still make it fresh. Cause a lot of these niggas will do it, they don't know how to make it fresh. You know what I mean? So I'll give him, you know what I mean? I'll give him his props. Yeah. Like I said, 29 is kind of rough.
And then like when it comes to like his other shit, like I mean the McDonald's thing, the Arby's thing, like,
iconic, it's
like that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, iconic doing jingles for both of them. You know, even having them probably arguably the most iconic jingle in North American history.
Yeah,
arguably. You know what I mean?
I don't even think like you can argue with it like that extensively.
You'll really have to think hard to think of the jingle more iconic than that. Most of the ones you'll think of, people will be like, no.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So definitely. Shout out to Pusha T for him for being up there. You know, all this being said, like no one really gives a fuck what Billboard thinks. I like that. It's just interesting to see where they place people.
To be honest,
28 Black Thought.
I like it. I like it.
Black Thought definitely has to be up there.
I like it
in general.
I'm not mad at that.
He's one of them people that
it's not a bullshit list. Like no, I like.
He may not have that one super huge track that you can lean on, but if you know, you know. He one of them people. Like,
I feel like he does have that one though. I feel like
he has projects to lean on, but there's a lot of tracks. I couldn't pick one.
I couldn't pick one, but if I could pick, if someone asked me who's Black Thought, I'm gonna.
I can name you. I can give you tracks that I like.
The one that I'm gonna give them that I know that they've heard of before is the one with Erica on the chorus.
Oh yeah.
Easy, like you heard that before. You know that song. Yeah, you got me. Yeah. You got me. Yeah, you know that. You know that song. She said I took. She said she seen me at the Lisi Mama. I took a piece of her heart. When I took off the stage, I took a piece of her heart. Like yeah, you know that song.
Yeah,
you know that song.
Smooth one. I'm like, damn, that shit was fucking tough.
Yeah.
Black Thought 28. My man, Q-Tip, 27. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, definitely not mad at Q-Tip.
Not mad at it. Big Pun, 26.
Not mad at it.
Not mad at it. Method Man, 25. Not mad at it.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Not mad at it. Karis, 124.
I respect them now. Yeah. I respect them because not just because it's like, all right, Colin just rap, whatever, but I feel like Karis One did a lot for hip hop that is not really talked about. Yeah. And the fact that he made top 25, I feel like is important. Yeah. Not that the list really matters, but it does at the same time.
Yeah, as far as 4 or 5, put stakes in the ground.
Because he definitely wasn't like no Billboard artist, so it's good for them to acknowledge nigga like, yeah, he's one of them.
I'm damn sure not mad at that. You could argue
Curtis Blow.
You could argue he should be
No,
top
Curtis
10.
Blow made it possible for hip hop to be on Billboard.
Oh yeah, for hip hop to be profitable, basically. You could argue he should be on top 10. So 23, I'm not gonna be mad at that at all. Ghostface Killer 22.
I'm not mad at that.
Not mad at that at all because that's just respect for fucking skill.
It's respect for skill, and also like
is purebred, like nigga, respect for fucking skill.
He is
only built for Cuban links. Like
he's a part of hip hop culture to the point where it's inseparable. Like you can't pull Ghostface out of hip hop.
Yeah, like what he did on them projects, even the projects for himself as well, the projects with his homies. It's like it's crazy. Like, DMX 21, that's tough for me. I don't like DMX 20.
Like 21.
That's like 20, my favorite
20
rapper
people better than
DMX.
X? Yeah.
That's tough. You know,
no. Yeah, I feel you.
20 people is tough. I mean, I respect it. You know what I mean? Me personally, I wouldn't.
It depends on who's next, bro. Who's next?
Big Daddy Kane. Okay, I can't be mad at that. I can't be mad if somebody want to tell me. Now they're better than
I'm
DMX.
I'm not mad at that,
thing.
But I don't know what the criteria is because it's not just lyrics bar for bar. Like there's something else going on.
You know, historically he was the first.
Absolutely, yeah.
To me, when and you know, obviously there's people who were stars before him, but as far as superstars, like hanging around with supermodels, brushing shoulders, you know, at least from what I see in the history, he was like one of the first rappers to really be bumping shoulders with people outside of hip hop, to really be like a star, to really be predicated on just being like, yo, I'm fly. Not only can I rap, I'm fly as fuck. I'm gonna walk up in here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna walk up in here. You gonna notice me. I'm gonna talk that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the first people who used to pop shit. Like how these young dudes like to pop shit on track. He was one of the first rappers to pop shit. So Big Daddy Kane at 20. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at. Missy at 19.
I like that. I like Missy. I like Missy breaking past top 20. I like that.
Because I mean, let's be frank. Like it's been kind of. I feel like a lot of people have given that crown to Kim, and a lot of people have wanted to give that crown to Lauren. But I feel like arguably, if we're going to talk about the best, the biggest rappers of all time. Come on, bro. The biggest women rappers of all time. There's only 4 that you can mention, no matter how you feel about their personal choices.
If you don't mention Missy, you're tripping.
To me, the biggest, as far as if we talk about the greatest, no disrespect to anybody, because like shout out with much love to MC Light and Queen Latifah, because them is 2 people who I love. But I feel like the top 4, if you have to really talk about it, to me has to be a Missy, a Lauren, a Kim, and the controversial one. A lot of people are gonna be mad at it, but at this point, you gotta say it, a Nicki. Yeah, to me, you gotta. One of those 4 is the greatest woman ever. Hands down. I feel like there's no other 4. One of those 4, or is the greatest woman to ever rap. You know what I mean? I feel like.
I'm gonna say, if I had to pick one, I'm gonna pick Lauren, but it's going to be a hard toss up between Lauren and Missy, because to me, Lauren and Missy represent 2 different completely styles of hip hop that touch my heart dearly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because like Missy really make you want to like, and then Missy's lineage, like I don't think we get a Tierra Whack without Missy Elliott.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean? Definitely.
And I know a lot of people might not like Tierra Whack, whatever, but I feel like Tierra Whack right now, I don't know of any woman that is within a 5-year age range of Tierra Whack that can rap better than Tierra Whack. I don't think that there's anyone.
She's tough.
Like she don't put out a lot of music, but she's a fucking demon on it.
Definitely not in the mainstream. I don't feel like, you know, maybe some underground who kind of slept on like her, but not in the mainstream that you're hearing on the radio. Ice Cube at 18, not mad at that.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Ice Cube did a lot for the culture.
Iconic.
And he was one of the first people to carve out a lane to cross over into ownership in a different field. Because I mean, writing movies is different than being an actor.
Yeah, acting in movies is one
doing
thing.
Both,
when you producing them and then you acting,
we're talking about something here.
Yeah, you're doing it. Like without Ice Cube, you may not get. Maybe 50 doesn't have the idea.
Maybe 50 don't have his. Maybe 50's time isn't as. Maybe 50's path isn't Maybe there's a couple more obstacles.
Yeah.
If there's no Ice Cube,
If there's no example.
Possibly there's a couple more obstacles.
Yeah. To be honest, maybe there is a couple more obstacles if there's no Ice Cube model for them to look at.
Yeah.
And 17, that's funny. We done talked them up. 50 Cent.
Yeah,
I ain't mad at that
I'm
either.
not mad at that.
No one had
50 Cent deserves to be breaking past the top 20.
Listen, in history, there's two things that I know I'm never ever going to see again in my life. I'm never going to see an intro into the NBA like LeBron James, as far as how hyped it was and with all the news and the cameras and people waiting for him to actually take his first shot. And I'm never going to see an intro into rap like 50 Cent again.
No.
Ever. I've been waiting for another one.
Intro into rap? No.
Listen, he came into this game 2002, 2003, kicked the fucking door in, dog. And I've been waiting. I remember as a kid.
I know niggas feel like Pop Smoke was like close to that.
No.
I feel like the closest thing that I've seen to 50 Cent since 50 Cent, in my personal opinion, was King Von. But even that, like the way he came into the game, very like it wasn't as explosive. It wasn't.
But to me, like style wise, I've seen a lot of people, but style comparable to size and impact, I haven't seen.
No,
the closest thing I've seen impact wise coming into the game initially, like soon as you got here, was Kendrick. That was the closest thing that I seen. Couple 100,000 out the jump, almost platinum, but 50 came in the game.
Well, that was different though because Kendrick's came off of the back of hard work that made motherfuckers on the West Coast be like, they was talking to each other like, yo, this nigga hard. And it was like, they came out and was like, yo, we're passing the torch to him because he's hard. And it made everybody look like, who are they talking about? Yeah. But I feel like 50, I mean, he came in with Shady Aftermath.
50 came in kind of, it merited. His came up in the streets where he was doing them how to rob joints. And even a lot of them G-Unit mixtapes before the shit came out. But a lot of them tracks that ended up on Get Rich or Die Trying on it. Even the tracks he was having with Lloyd Banks and Tony Yayo, the only difference is he had to kind of take everything. And it took him getting embraced by, a white boy from Detroit and then a motherfucker from the West Side to really empower him because of how blackballed he was in New York from beefing with Supreme and them, you know what I mean? But it was kind of the same thing. Like he came up and people were getting warned. Like Jay talks about him. He tells everybody in the studio, like, yo, listen, y'all niggas need to do whatever y'all gonna do, drop your albums, get it together, because this shit is coming. When it comes, it's gonna be a fucking hurricane. You know what I mean? People were warning you about this man coming. That's why I'm like,
I wonder what songs he heard to tell niggas that. Yeah. Like, what songs was it? Because How to Rob was already out.
Man, it probably was some shit he wasn't even supposed to hear. They probably was in there like, I got his album, let's hear this. They probably just heard G-Unit. Boom! We ain't here. We gonna get the drama popping. We gonna boom, it's going down. Cause I'm around. 50 Cent, you know how I get down. That, man, they probably was in there like, they turned that shit off like,
yo,
they turned that shit off like, listen,
get ready.
Listen, man. Listen, it's your boy. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to prepare you.
Y'all have to drop your albums now. Get your singles together. Go to the label. Get a bigger budget. Cause that's what I'm saying. Like I can understand him really being at 17. Cause like, man, no one's ever gonna have an intro like that.
No.
There's been a lot of hype for a lot of people coming in. Oh, this dude's gonna be this. Ooh, this dude's.
And
then
gonna be for his rise.
His rise
to stand alone and be as monolithic as prolific as it was, but also it being inseparably tied to the downfall of another artist. It was just like really everything around him was just like,
it was crazy. Like to come in and then people really forget how hot, you know what I'm saying? Unless you're like older and shit. Obviously, if you're like our age, you're a little older, you know how hot Ja Rule was at that point. But if you're young, these kids really don't get like a 18-year-old has heard about it and like, oh yeah, 50 killed Ja Rule. Like let me be real with y'all. Like, if you 20 years old, let me explain something to you. Ja Rule had the radio in the chokehold in a chokehold for 4 years.
Nobody could do anything.
4 years. Every time you turn around, it's just those rainy days, feeling like time trying to wash away. Every time you turn around, it was him and Ashanti. Every little thing that we do, him and Lil Mo, him and fucking Mary J. Blige, him and J-Lo. Yeah. He always found another girl to get on that damn song, and that shit always went. The album was going, nigga was on MTV, he was everywhere. When this nigga 50 came out, I completely, all of a sudden, found myself disgusted with Ja Rule.
It was crazy.
And I could not figure out why. But if I could give you my feelings when I first seen the Wankster video.
Yeah, what up? Like, no, that wasn't
you say you a gangster, but you never pop nothing. I say you a Wankster, and you need to stop fronting. You go to the dealership, but you'll never cop nothing. You been hustling a long time, and you ain't got nothing, man.
Yeah, that song was crazy. Man, everything about it was just crazy.
Man, our rap shit is so easy. I'm getting getting what you get for a brick.
To
Talk
talk greasy.
greasy. My enemies, you know, I gotta eat on these streets. Man, come on. Sure, I'm gonna pop my heat. Niggas saying they gonna murder 50. How?
Running around with guns the size of Lil Bow Wow. Like, yo, he was
Like,
going
he had
crazy.
me disgusted with Ja Rule. Disgusted. So like, all right, yeah, I can see 50 at 17. You know what I'm saying? I'm mad he's ahead of a lot of people, but impact and album wise, like there ain't
I'm not
10,
mad at-
there ain't 10 niggas with a better album than
That's interesting.
Ooh, yeah.
Scarface in front of. I mean, Scarface's impact in the game and the people that. Because I mean, I guess a lot of these are interesting because it's like here's somebody with 50 Cent. It's like damn, the impact. But then Scarface is like, how many people are rappers today because of Scarface? Like, you know what I mean? And it's like, yo, Scarface had an impact that a lot of people now wouldn't have a relationship with. But that doesn't take away from the fact.
You might not have no Gucci, you might not have no T.I. A lot of these dudes, Bun B, UGK, you might not have a lot of these dudes with no Scarface. You know? And like I said, this is the podcast of two niggas in Texas. We wouldn't even be having this conversation. It might be reversed. So like, I feel like it's a perspective thing with us being up here and shit too.
No, that's facts. Cause I mean, cause when I was my first, I didn't start with Scarface's music from the early Scarface. I started at a point and then went backwards. The point I started at was My Block.
Yeah.
Like, cause on My Block, like
Everything
that shit was
is
like,
everything.
I was like, this song
Jeez,
was hard. I was like,
My
who
Block.
is this dude? And then like,
Yeah.
I dug into the rest.
Yeah, I started finding out that I knew a couple songs when I did.
Exactly.
Like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
I know this
yeah.
already. I know that. Oh, that's him. Okay, like you got to go back a little bit. But yeah, I'm not mad at Scarface being like
Hell no.
16. A lot of people say he Tupac of the South when you really get down to it. You know?
I mean, you gotta respect it, and I'm not mad at J.
Ooh,
Cole
and
being.
I'm not mad at Cole
I mean,
being 15.
I don't know how I feel about him not being in the top 10.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know how I feel about that either.
But him being there is important, like because J. Cole, I feel like represents the people who make music and struggle with the fact that they don't want to be gimmicky. They don't want to make gimmicky music.
He represents the nigga who just really wants to rap and doesn't want to tattoo his face and doesn't want to drink. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah, he just wants to make
not
good
that there's
music,
anything
and I feel
wrong
like
with
it's
any of that
important
shit
for
because I
that
got
to be
people that I
represented.
love close to me who do have crazy face tattoos and who do participate in a lot of substances and shit. But he represents the people who don't got to do that. He represents the people that it's not really in them, because it's cool if that's you and you've been that before you rap and you bring in your lifestyle that you already were living to the game and you're able to turn that into a career. I feel like that's fantastic. But what's not fantastic is you picking up a bunch of fucking habits that was never you in the first place to try to look good so you can rap. And he is the anti-energy for that. He is the
now
fucking
I'm wondering though,
be
like,
your fucking self-energy. He is that. I don't give a fuck if your life's boring. You better make it sound lit.
Yeah.
J. Cole used to be rapping about shit
that was regular as hell.
Regular. You know what I'm saying? Just dreams. Like these songs that I made in my bedroom and shit. Gonna finally get a nigga leg room in the whip. From a Civic to a Civic, must have died and went to heaven like a passenger from 9/11. Someone found a reverend. Like how he just raps is like, y'all don't need to put a bunch of glitz and glamour and a fake lifestyle and tell y'all these crimes are going for you to know that like I'm hard.
Yeah.
Like he used to be unbelievably hard. And I used to listen to his shit and I used to be like, damn, what is this nigga? Like I always tell people all the time, like it's crazy, like the relationship I got with Cole and like Kendrick, because like at the same time, you know what I mean? I remember I was running around with Kev, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Jones. I was running around with Kev, you know what I'm saying? At the time we still was doing the rap shit around Pittsburgh, running around, and you was in school. I remember at the same time, you were calling me up telling me, bro, this dude Kendrick Lamar, bro. Listen, I don't care. Nobody's talking about this. Is before Kendrick was even anything. Before Section 80 was out, but it wasn't popular. This is before Good Kid, Mad City. This nigga would call me all the time from school in Atlanta and be like, this dude Kendrick Lamar, bro, when he drops, bro, I'm telling you, he has potential to be the greatest of all time. And it sounds crazy when someone just calls and says that about a random fucking rap. Like, bro, greatest of all time, I guess. What are we talking about? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is some random
This
Cali
was
nigga,
2009.
Cool.
This was
I'd be
2009.
damned if I don't 100% agree with him this day and age about him. And at the same time, my man Kev was riding around putting Cole in my ear. And at the same time, I just heard Cole all the time. And I'm like, these two dudes have potential to be some of the greatest of all time. I know we probably gonna come up on K-Dot soon, but it's definitely nice to see Cole get his recognition after all the albums and work he did. He'll be missed when he stops making music.
Right.
You know what I mean? Definitely shout out to Cole, big inspiration. One of my favorite rappers ever. You know, he definitely eked into my top 10. LL 14, can't be mad at it. Iconic. Just anything even need to be said.
No.
He could be top 10. He could be top 5, and I'm gonna be mad.
Yeah. Not bad.
So like L14, you know, he arguably be higher. I don't think he should be any lower. You know what I'm saying? So I'll definitely be fine with LL.
Yeah, not with somebody that came out with 11
Rakim,
albums.
I feel like should be top 10, but he can't be anywhere. 13.
Yeah.
So now we're getting to people that I feel like absolutely I need to see.
Now I'm wondering where they put Wayne at.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Because Wayne
and if Thug is on his list.
Oh no, he's not.
Because I felt like if
We're
he
too happy.
is,
No.
that's what I'm saying. If he was on this list, he should have been already placed.
He already was here if he was on this list. If he wasn't in fucking 40 to 50, I don't want to see him. I'm just being real.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
I don't want to see motherfucking Lil Baby. I don't want to see none of these niggas with 2 albums.
Lil Baby in top 10 would be insane.
It'd be insane. If I'm on Rakim 13, if I was to flip this page and see Lil Baby, and I like Lil Baby. I
feel like Lil Baby is hard as fuck.
One of my favorite rappers. But if I was to flip this motherfucking page and see Lil Baby above Rakim, I would just throw my phone across.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Let's see who's 12 though. Rakim 13. All right, we had LL 14, Rakim 13. Oh, hold on. All right, there we go. Rakim 13. Now we got. Ooh, 3 Stacks at 12.
I'm not mad at that. If you're gonna put somebody in front and directly in front of Rakim, it better be a 3 Stacks.
It better be an undeniable thoroughbred with the mic. It better be when you get them. It's like, go ahead and talk some shit now. Yeah. It's like, in front of Rakim. It's like, but it's 3 Stacks though.
3 Stacks is 3 Stacks is 3 Stacks.
Yeah, man. It's just when it's one of those things. Listen, he may not have the catalog, but it's kind of like dominating. 3 Stacks is like the NBA career where you come and play 3 years, you win 3 MVPs, 3 championships, lead the league. I don't know.
I wouldn't say he doesn't have the catalog because 3 Stacks did like.
Well, I don't want to say you don't have the catalog, but as Outkast, they have a sizable catalog. But people will argue as himself, he has like I think a couple mixtapes.
His solo album to me made possible everything that you consider to be hip hop and weird simultaneously.
Yeah,
like. I don't think we're getting a lick me like a lollipop without fucking Andre 3000 solo album, bro. I don't think we're getting that without, what is it? Speaker Box and Love Below. I don't think we're getting that without Love Below, bro. Yeah. I don't think we're getting.
People sleep how iconic. When you really think about as far as general and pop music and in general how iconic Hey Ya is and how iconic I Love the Way You Move is. If you ever question how iconic I Love the Way You Move is, go to a cookout and play that song. Go to a giant cookout. Go to anything and watch black people literally get up in assembly
and then even shit like She Lives in My Lap, like,
oh yeah.
But come on, bro, stop it.
3 Stacks.
Caroline, like, come on, bro, like, what are we talking about?
It's mighty fine. Even fucking the joint from International Players. Like,
actually, I don't know if 3 Stacks was on that song, Caroline.
Yeah, that. You talking about the?
Was that Sleepy Brown?
I know you like.
Oh no, that was Andre.
Don't stand. That was
little closer than you.
Yeah, that to me, International Players Anthem is like a top 10 verse all time.
Come on, bro. It took me years to actually understand. And this is crazy because some people got it instantly, but sometimes punchlines be like that. Because I was listening to everything else.
Yeah.
I was listening to everything else. It took me years to really peep when he said, read some literature on the subject, are you sure? Like, I didn't really pick it up at first. I'm listening, I'm younger, I'm just listening. And when I got older, I was like, damn, like that shit sat in this soup for a minute before I ate it. Like, that's crazy to me. I feel like that's what makes people iconic, because sometimes you'll listen back to some shit and be like, I didn't even peep that he said that shit.
Yeah, bro, it's too iconic how he put that shit together. The scheme, the wording, it's kind of like a fucking equation. Like, if you're like a fucking, I was telling my bro when we listened to that verse one day, I'm like, bro, if you're like a rapper, this shit is just like a fucking piece of fucking art. You can't even fucking fathom this. You're just listening to this like.
I CC'd all the girls I used to see around town. Like, come on, bro. Like,
I apologize if this message gets you down. To CC them girls that I CC around town, and I hate to see her frown, but I'd rather see you smiling. It's the truth, but I'm no island. Peninsula, baby.
Come on.
No, come on, man.
Peninsula, maybe is like, all right, bro.
Space trips don't come to quit. The rear view mirror is big dip. And
come on,
3 Stacks of 12, man. Can't be mad. Here he is.
Easy.
Nah. Kanye at 11.
Kanye to me is top 10.
Kanye could be top 10. I put
Kanye at top 5 for real.
I put him
for me.
For me, I put him at the same thing as LL. It's like, I better have seen him. He better not be any lower than this. But if he was higher than this, I wouldn't be mad at you. You know what I mean?
I'm not mad, but I am. No, I'm not gonna say mad. The word isn't mad. I'm maybe a part of me is definitely disappointed to see, because I know Lil Wayne is gonna be on this list. I'm disappointed to see Lil Wayne in front of Ye. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed about that. I think that he has more. I think that Lil Wayne has birthed more motherfuckers.
I was about to say
100%.
100. Like
I think that Kanye made a style of rap that was never supposed to be big.
Yeah.
Big.
Well, I feel like when
if that makes sense.
Yeah, I feel like when you compare them, the other thing that you could argue with Wayne, besides his influence and obviously the amount of people that he influences, even though we had the back in the day stuff when Wayne was a kid, you know what I mean? From when we always heard about people helping him and maybe Gilly writing. We've known for a long time on every single project that it's a group effort.
Absolutely.
Writing them. So I feel like that in itself, just thinking about what we have known, what the common belief at least about Wayne has been in his later career, at least the Wayne that people call the GOAT, the Wayne that really started ascended has been writing everything himself. Off the head, back himself.
I mean, Lil Wayne has always, and the same thing with Kanye, like both of them has always had a pen, but there was moments in their career where people had something to say about how much of their pen was the one that we were hearing.
Well, Ye openly works with, and Ye makes iconic music, but Ye's more of a producer and more of a orchestrator of music. He's more of a musical genius than he is a rapper. He's more of a engineer than he is a rapper. He's more of all those other things that he is a rapper, and that contributes to his music. So I feel like with Kanye, it was more like, I'm gonna grab this writer, I'm gonna grab this producer, I'm gonna grab these people, I'm gonna grab all these ideas, we're gonna put them in a pot. With Wayne, and to be honest, when you hear the music, it sounds a lot more, I'm gonna polish it up. That's why with Kanye West, you get an album every 2 years, and with Wayne, sometimes you get 10 mixtapes.
And that's my thing about like him being in front of Ye, because if you pick 10 random Lil Wayne songs, it's possible, not necessarily plausible, it's possible that you get 10 songs and I'm going to skip.
You might.
But if you pick 10 random Yeezy songs, I'm probably going to play at least 6 of those all the way through.
Yeah, you might.
That's just for me.
That is true, but also
like,
out of them 10 Wayne songs,
because Wayne dropped so much music that he got some songs I'm skip.
But that is true. But out of them 10 Wayne songs, though, most likely they didn't involve more than, if you're talking about him writing wise, most likely they didn't involve more than him. On them 10 Kanye songs, involved 20 to 30 people writing. So that's the thing we got to consider. It's the same thing with Drake. It's like, if we're talking about the greatest of all time, we start getting these dudes who, it's one thing if you work with somebody here and there, but when you process every single album, not some, you know what I'm saying? Not one time you heard back in the day, not hearing them. When you process every single album is to get the hardest lyricists you know to come right for you. There's certain people that I feel like you should. You're already in front of Rakim. You know what I mean? You're in front of a lot of people.
No, you're right.
I feel like that.
And that's a skill set.
I feel like him being in that place is like literally the expression of his respect. It's like, you're iconic regardless of that fact.
That's really the skill set, where it's like, the skill set is like Wayne's skill set is more deeply entrenched in his pen, while Kanye's skill set
is more deeply entrenched in putting the whole
he's a delegator of tasks, but he's also like he's a creative that creates in multiple ways. So it's like
Wayne's more of like an animal creative. He kind of reminds me of his creative process being more like a DMX.
Yeah.
Like I listen to DMX. I always thought this until I heard Swiss Beats confirm it. I think I heard him say this on the interview. Like he would cut DMX off at certain points and then push it together. But I always would listen to songs and listen to DMX verses and be like, well, this really ain't really on subject, but it's hard as fuck. He done talk about bashing somebody's head and robbing them, leaving them on the side of the road. Now everybody dancing on the hook. But that's just Swiss Beats orchestrating, putting that together, letting somebody express their raw emotion and making it work. No, you say whatever the fuck you want to say. I'm going to put a hook on here. You're going to make it work because you're that hard. I feel like Wayne kind of raw like that too. We know he's coming up somewhere in this, but yeah, I definitely.
He's probably the next one.
I ain't mad at Kanye at 11.
Next two is probably.
And I wouldn't be mad if he was higher.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad either way.
Let me see. Nicki Minaj at 10. I knew she was coming. I thought she was going to be there in the past 5.
Nicki Minaj got a lot of children running around.
She does have a lot of children running around, and she got a lot of.
So that means Wayne is probably going to be 7.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they're going to probably put Drake in front of Wayne.
Yeah, they are.
So I would say
that's kind of crazy.
Drake, Kendrick, and Jay-Z are going to be top 5 easy.
Yeah.
So,
I know Jay is one. That's the only one that I can remember. Jay
okay. Yeah, let's see
Jay is one.
I'm not mad at Nicki being
So
10
let's see.
at all.
Nicki 10, no, I'm not really mad at that. Her, she put in her work. Snoop at 9.
I'm not
definitely
mad at
not
that.
mad at that. Probably the most famous rapper in the history of mankind.
I would say there's no rapper that ever lived or died that has more acclaim than Snoop Dogg.
Mm-hmm.
Snoop Dogg can probably walk down the street of any country, any main city of any country in the world, and people will know who he is.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. Let's see. Snoop at number 9.
Drake at 8. Drake at 8.
That's where he's probably.
I thought he was gonna be top 5, but no. I mean, him being in top 10 is just what if he plays in the top 10, that's like
he's earned. I mean, he's earned that success wise, and it's always.
But it's
weird
also
with
the same question that you had about Ye. I mean, we don't
it's
know.
the exact same, but to me, no. We do know with him too, and it's weird. It's one thing when you have
because
the
we know
people
Ye put together other aspects.
Yeah.
Okay, I might not have wrote every lyric, but nigga, when you listen to the song and you hear me talk, even when I'm not talking, you're still listening to me.
You're listening to me. Same.
I made
with,
this
and same with Drake.
beat,
Like
I made, you know what I mean?
But to me, with Drake, with the people who I feel like it shouldn't be held against them, but with the people who make it a process to do that on the regular, like the Ye's and the Drakes, that we consider Drake, that to me, I feel like it should be taken into account when we're talking about rapping.
Where do you stand?
Yeah, and we're talking about where you stand in the game. I feel like
I get it.
If Drake wrote everything he ever made, then like you'd be hard pressed trying to tell me that he in top 2. If he wrote, and to me, that's the only thing.
If he wrote everything he ever made,
every bar, not every hook,
he's top 5 undeniably.
Hooks. And I don't care if you wrote everything he ever made, like top 5 undeniably. If you tell me he wrote 90% of everything he ever made, I'll still give him top 5 undeniably.
Easy.
But I believe it's about 60, and that's fine, and that equals you being top 10 undeniably.
And that's
great.
Like
you know
top
what I'm saying?
10.
That's great.
Being a top 10 rapper, you know how many rappers have come out and disappeared?
Like nigga, there's been thousands of rappers. Right now, there's thousands more.
Literally, there has probably been at least 5,000 to 20,000 rappers. Yeah. Bro, some people knowing your name is something.
Yeah, it's something. So I feel like I never want to be one of them people who hate on Drake because he's giving us a lot of good music. Like I can't hate on somebody.
No, I'm not. I used to not really like Drake, but now I'm at a place where I fuck with Drake. I fuck with the music.
It's part of his process.
I don't even know him to not like him. People be on some like, oh, he did this and did that, and like, bro, check it out. Like, if he ain't got no pedophilia cases coming up, like, if a rapper ain't did no pedophilic shit or ain't beat on no women, I ain't got nothing to say.
I ain't got nothing to say. I don't care about what you did.
The music,
I'm gonna wait to hear the news. If you don't got no pedophilia charge, abusing a girl,
niggas do be saying shit about him, but I don't know.
Yeah, he do be. He's on the edge.
Wait. I don't know though. I don't know. People do be saying shit.
No, because niggas do be. No, he do be kind of. He is a groomer. I won't say. I don't know if you got dogs.
That's the thing.
He is a groomer.
Because now that I say it, because I was like, well, wait though. You know, I've heard things, but I don't know.
But we all
I'm
know.
down here.
It's enough. It's enough to make you look at him with the side eye.
I didn't even see the text. I just heard people saying shit.
But I say, to me, it's enough to make you look at him with the side eye and not let him meet my cute little cousin who's 18.
I ain't see the text, but I mean, I'm not even in the position to see the text. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
So I don't know, but I
have heard things though.
Yeah, I don't want to just call this nigga Angel, but yeah, we don't know enough.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that area. We're gonna leave him at number 8.
We're gonna leave him at
Drake at 8.
Drake at 8. He deserve it.
We're gonna leave
the work
him there.
in.
That's funny as hell.
Wayne at
I said 7 though. I caught it.
Motherfucker, hey, hi, how you doing? I understand, man. Greatest mixtape artist of all time.
Yeah.
Not even close with anybody else.
Bro, Lil Wayne.
Not even fucking close.
Lil Wayne, out of everyone on this list, there is no one who is more responsible for styles and careers than Lil Wayne. Not Nicki, not Drake, not Kanye,
Wayne.
There's no one, not
Wayne.
Gucci, Future, no.
Wayne.
There's nobody responsible.
Wayne. All of them, everybody that you named, look up to Wayne.
Everybody
from their mouth. I remember hearing it, reading the Gucci book. Like it is Wayne. Wayne is the fucking one, bro. He is the undisputed fucking champ. He has made the most kids, bro.
I'm low key surprised he's not top 4.
Yeah, he could be.
I'm surprised.
He's 7. That's where he could be top 4.
I don't personally. I mean, people can say anything they want about the way the person rhymes. I don't like Eminem being in front of Wayne.
Yeah, a lot of people don't, and I feel like that's controversial.
We're talking about like impacts in the game. I mean, outside of Eminem being impactful.
Well, I feel like the one thing that he has impact outside of him, even if he hasn't had a lot of them, he's the sole, like literally the sole responsible reason he got 50 Cent. Dr. Dre that motherfucker.
And that's admirable, but
that's a big stamp.
We can say the same about him and Drake. But
and Nicki.
And Nicki.
He got 2 niggas in the top 10.
You know what I mean?
So I definitely feel like from that aspect, I would probably put Wayne above him. You know what I mean? I love him. I'm not one of those people who try to like minimize what M did back in the day because I remember.
I think that M.
Don't get me wrong. I do not like M's new shit now. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But Eminem is one of my favorite rappers of all time. His earlier work to me cannot be questioned as far as fantastic. There's rare albums. He's one of those people that there's not, unfortunately, what this white boy has is a top 10 hip hop album of all time. I don't know if there's 10 albums better than Slim Shady LP. When it comes to just being
I'm not mad at Eminem
rap.
being top 10.
Yeah, he's up here somewhere.
I just
might be
don't
mad at him
think
being above Wayne.
Should be above Wayne though.
Yeah,
That's
it's
me personally.
tough. You know what I mean? I feel like it's definitely tough. And I'm not mad at nobody saying M should be out in the top 10.
I'm sure that and the funny thing is Lil Wayne wouldn't be mad at M being in front of him.
Wayne
but I'm mad at it though.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be mad. You know what I'm saying? Wayne think he's the greatest rapper alive. He's been telling us he felt that way since he was 23.
Yeah, he felt that way since before he even had a reason to even claim it. Like, what are you talking about?
He told us the best rapper alive when he thought Jay-Z was out. Since the best rapper retired, I remember the first time he said it, and then when Jay came back, he's like, "Fuck it, I'm still the best rapper alive."
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Can't take it back now. So we got Wayne at 7. We are rounding up the top 6. Yeah, we might as well just make this a Billboard hip hop countdown pod. Like, what's the time right?
We've been here for a good 40 minutes.
Yeah, we might as well make this a hip hop Billboard.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Notorious B.I.G.
Yes.
baby.
Number 6. I Ain't Mad. One of the most influential and iconic rappers in the game. Made it possible. Made a lot of people who felt like they couldn't rap want to rap. To this day, there's still a lot of people's examples who may wake up and want to rap who don't feel like the most attractive or the most fly or the most who just feel like they got the talent.
We don't get and I don't know that Wayne exclusively looked up to Big, but the people he did looked up to Big. I don't think we get the level of Lil Wayne wit without the beginnings, like Notorious B.I.G.'s wit and just like his audacity is just
his audacity and wit is like
there's not too many rappers with the same level. Like there's a handful at best. You got Big
the
Pun,
bravado, but I need a rapper. That's
like
like
Immortal
the
Technique,
like,
but
if they don't
like,
got no bravado, I don't really want to hear them. Like I'm not really you got to be an ill lyricist for me to want to listen to the shy rapper that's not really going to be out all the time. You got to be killing that shit. I need to hear some bravado. Big was like one of them kings of bravado.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I definitely big at this spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too mad because I understand a lot of things have happened, and times change. It's the same thing with the Michael Jordan argument. I feel like times change. You know what I mean? A lot of times people are going to rise up, and you know what I'm saying? We have to respect them. There's certain people that I feel like are going to be held in high regard because, especially if you're gone.
Right.
That's one thing. If you're gone and you are iconic, people talking about people passing you legacy-wise is always going to be sensitive, but I think after a while we kind of have to be thankful that the people who, you know what I'm saying, came like Michael Jacksons and Michael Jordans and Biggies and Tupacs actually was able to contribute to their selective cultures to allow people to go on to be considered to be greater than them. Because if it wasn't for Biggie and Pac, you know what I'm saying, and the ground that they touched, we wouldn't have a lot of these rappers, almost any of these rappers. Like they broke through a plane. So Biggie at 6, one of my favorite rappers of all time. I started rapping because of, you know what I'm saying, One More Chance remix. So shout out to me. Eminem at 5, I knew it was coming. We already talked about him being here. I know a lot of people feel like he's here because he's white. We can just say that now. But I feel like, No,
I mean, you might not agree with the shit that he said, but he was hard.
Yeah,
the way he put shit together was fucking
it was hard.
When
you really want to get down to it
bro.
and just talk about why he's here, the brother. He was
hard, bro. I mean, that's really what it boiled down to. He talked about some shit that was weird. Don't agree with the way he went about certain things, but I mean, when it comes to putting together fucking rhymes, bro, he was hard. Bro.
He was hard. He was respectable. He got on tracks with some of the most iconic rappers of all time, and either held his own or put them in a box.
Or dusted niggas, bro.
Or put them in a box. You know what I mean? He stood on his shit. He never really got accused of too much fuck shit besides his own livelihood that he had to kind of deal with. And anytime motherfuckers tried to take him out, which they did, he stood on his shit. I remember Vibe and I remember Source running a campaign against him and the whole beef with Beanie Siegel. I always respected how he stood by 50 Cent through his beef. You know what I mean? Just general culture shit.
And the thing about 50 Cent is like, I respect the opinion and the movements of 50 Cent. Yeah. So the fact that 50 Cent respects him means I'm already good with him.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because there's certain people like that. Like anybody that you introduce me to, anybody that you are willing to bring into my home, I would question I wouldn't have as many questions about their character as I would if I knew them outside of you. Like easily, and I feel that way about. I don't know 50 Cent personally, but I mean, as a person that interacts with media, I feel that way. Yeah, and so I respect him.
Definitely. That goes a long way. His relationship with Dr. Dre as well, the most iconic, if not the most iconic hip hop producer of all time. Iconic music, big collaborations. Right. The sales, he's probably number one in everything, so that's kind of putting him up there. Yeah, so, you know what I mean. But Eminem 5, I know a lot of people don't like it. I ain't too mad at it. Tupac at 4, maybe the most controversial placement for the quintessential greatest rapper. I think it's the controversial placement for a lot of people. I'm gonna say the most controversial placement. Up until recently, he's been considered the quintessential greatest
anywhere
rapper
he places is going to be controversial.
If it ain't one, it's controversial.
No, even if it is one, it's controversial. Anywhere he places from 50 to 1, people are going to say he should be higher, he should be lower. So there's really no proper place to place him. I'm not mad at 4 because his work is forever impacting the music world to where people who've never heard 2 songs back to back on purpose will call the people that they like the new Tupac. Yeah. And it's like, nigga, you don't even listen to Tupac, but you acknowledge that someone that you like is the new Tupac.
Yeah, he had the Jordan.
He's become a level.
Kids who never heard a Tupac album. A rapper.
He's a level.
Kids who never heard a Tupac album all the way through will still argue for Tupac. You know what I mean? Because of the image and shit, because the shit they've seen, the shit they've researched and looked at. He has the motherfucking Michael Jordan. He's become a level
of human existence when it comes to rap.
He's iconic, arguably the most iconic rapper ever to walk the face of the earth.
He's now become a standard. He's no longer just a rapper.
One of the most famous people ever, freedom fighter, an advocate, spoke on on black issues a lot. One of the biggest rappers to ever do that. You know what I mean, and do it successfully. Dual personalities, was a gangster as well.
Did a lot.
Yeah, controversial, iconic, polarizing. Not mad at him. That's Tupac. Tupac at 4, I'm not. Nas at 3. Not mad at it. I'm not mad at Nas at 3. Not mad at it at all. Nas is iconic.
Nas might actually have the best. Came in the game. I was not a developed human being when Nas came into the game. I was too young to even to spell my own name, but I think that him when we're talking about people who came in the game like 50 Cent, 50 Cent came in the game not like Nas, but the way Nas came into the game, but like when you hear other people explain it, like everybody was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah. When you hear him, to me, like, I don't think it's a stretch to say that like Nas there's a lot of different rappers, there's a lot of different things that make a good rapper, but Nas has the best flow in the history of hip hop. Yeah. When it comes to a flow, there may have been people who may have had better bars here and there, maybe have caught your ear here and there that you prefer, but when it comes to someone just on a track, letting go, going completely crazy, like his flow, like if I ruled the world, like one mic, like to me it's unmatched the way he would just put shit together for like I'm not mad at him being 3 at all, you know what I mean? No. He could arguably be the best rapper of all time to me if you really wanted to say that, like a lot of these people in the top 10 could. So iconic, best poet ever to rap, I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Absolutely. The best poet ever to rap. Number 2 would probably give.
And we're talking about anyone who matches or carries the lineage of that standard of what we're talking about when we say Tupac, then it's a Nas.
It's Nas. You know what I'm saying? Always spoke on shit, never sold out, never came in and just started rapping about some bullshit. Always had some shit to say. Every album always, you know what I'm saying, came with the intelligent shit. Even when niggas wanted to start talking shit, you know what I'm saying? Ask me if I'm trying to kick knowledge. No, I'm trying to kick that shit you need to learn.
That shit that make your soul burn slow.
And showed y'all niggas when it come down to it, I will fucking put you in a box. Yeah. Has the greatest diss song of all time, verbatim, hands down. Because the word for killing somebody in hip hop till this day is ether. If your favorite rapper get killed, you're gonna be like, damn, he got ether. And a lot of y'all ain't even gonna realize why. It's because Nas. Yeah. That's why. Right. So definitely Nas at 3. Not mad at it. 2. Kung Fu Kenny.
Now, a lot of niggas gonna be mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I called it. It's 2023.
Not mad at it.
It's 2023. 15 years ago. 14 years ago.
Told me it was gonna happen.
I told you that this moment was going to happen.
You told me it was going to happen.
Before,
literally, this is a full circle moment. We didn't even realize we was going to talk about this.
bro, before Section 80 even came out, I called niggas like, bro, he got this EP out called Overly Dedicated, bro. And he's going to be the greatest rapper to live, bro.
And I promise you, a lot of people say this, but I promise you, like, before anybody told me anything about a Kendrick Lamar, before swimming pools hit the radio, before I heard he was signed to Dr. Dre, this nigga was blowing up my phone from Atlanta every other day, telling me that I need to get with it because this nigga was going to be the greatest rapper.
Section 80 ain't even dropped yet. It was Overly Dedicated. I remember.
The same time my man Jones was telling me about Cole. I'll give his credit to him now because both of these niggas are sitting up in that list. It was the same year. I remember I was going to a video shoot for a friend. It was hilarious. I probably told another story on the podcast. I was going to a video shoot as a favor for a friend to do a stand-in and single hook that somebody else wrote, not even me, which was the funniest thing about that. And I remember being in the whip, listening to Cole. I remember him calling me like, man, fuck all that. Kendrick Lamar. So like, you know what I mean? He definitely fulfilled the prophecy that you foretold about him being the illest thing walking. You know what I mean? I'm not surprised. I mean, if you heard the work, then you know. We gonna be all right. It's like gospel to me. I'm probably gonna play that for my great grandchildren.
And when I wake up, I realize you only looking at me for the pay cut. Come on, man. Stop playing with me.
All my life I had to
There's this
fight,
endless, I'm telling you. Like, I was like, I don't even, like, for me, it's like, it didn't start here at all, but like, when Rigor Mortis came out, it was solidified. Like, I said it before Section 80 dropped, but when Rigor Mortis came out, I was like,
Rigor Mortis, when I heard Rigor Mortis, it might have been one of the first Kendrick songs. It was either Rigor Mortis, High Power, or 8 doobies to the face, fuck that, 12 bottles in the case, nigga, fuck that, man. And that half eight, nigga.
He been telling you he was smoking on top 5 for a long time.
Yeah, he has.
He's been saying it for a long time.
Yeah, and even now, he always puts shit out I like. Like, N95 is one of my favorite songs. And to me, it's just one of the. It keeps with the iconic messaging.
Yeah.
You ugly as fuck. You out of pocket. 2 ATMs. You stepping on what? Like, when you really listen to the bars, who you think they talk about us.
Yeah.
Who you think they copy off us? Because he be talking about that, man. It's just, when you really listen to that nigga, he always got something to say. Like, it's crazy to say. Like, I'm older now and I'm thinking about it because I have kids I'm responsible for. You can play Kendrick Lamar in front of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can. You can play him in front of some real niggas. You can play him in jail. Yeah. You can play him in church. You know what I'm saying? So
that's important, bro.
I'm not even mad at that.
The truth is the truth.
A lot of y'all mad that y'all favorite rappers probably ain't on there, Kendrick on there, because y'all be, you know what I'm saying, want to listen to a bunch of different shit, and that's fine. You know what I mean? Argue for your favorite rapper. Buy his album. I don't want to hear nobody fucking argue for their rapper if you ain't buy the album. Fuck you.
That part too.
Your opinion do not matter if you ain't buy that album. Fuck you.
That part too.
Buy his album. And then tell me who your favorite rapper is, because everybody that I argue for, I buy albums. I bought a Kendrick album.
Period.
I bought a Cole album. I bought a DMX album. I bought a Q-Tip album.
Period.
I bought a Ja Rule album.
I
bought a 50 Cent album. I bought albums, nigga. Yeah. I'm old. So I ain't had no choice when I was a hip-hop fan. I didn't have no motherfucking choice. Yeah. So I came up with most of these dudes' albums I bought. I was just used to doing that, and it took me a while. I still don't like streaming all like that. But I'm just saying, you want to argue for a nigga, you know what I mean? Buy the album. Yeah. And number one,
Jay-Z, man.
Hola Vito, man.
Not gonna be. I mean, come on. What is there to say? There's nothing to say.
There's nothing to say. 4 decades of success, basically. 3 decades.
There's nothing to say.
Like 3 decades of success, man. Like
there's
this
nothing
is
to
Jay.
say.
We're talking about achievements financially. He's number one. You know what I'm saying? He's had more classic albums than I can count. He survived the deadliest diss song of all time to thrive. You know what I mean? He took one of the most public L's you're taking.
And it's crazy because
in a rap
to get ethered is a thing. But the target of ethered wasn't even ethered.
Yeah, he wasn't ethered.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he wasn't ethered. It was one of those things where it's like, okay, like you're gonna kill me. You got me now, but I'm still here. Like, I'm not gonna lay down. Like,
not only am I still here, I'm the standard.
Yeah, I'm the standard. Not only am I still here, I am the standard.
Like, that's deep, bro.
I am the standard. Not only am I still here, I am the standard. And maybe later you'll want to do a deal with me down the motherfucking road. Just to be more copacetic, because I made my way to be such an iconic dude.
I've sat with presidents.
I've been the president of fucking Def Jam. I've been the president of Rockefeller. I've made 3 iconic labels. Rockefeller made Def Jam. This is the nigga who signed Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? This nigga who signed, who was 50 on this list. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a nigga who signed like a lot of different people who signed Rihanna,
first of all,
who signed Kanye West, who signed Beanie Siegel.
Right.
You know what I mean? Who signed a lot of people that, like, even like Memphis Bleak, who at the time was huge. You know what I mean? A lot of people, Freeway, like, this is the dude who built all of this. Cole, who's managing Wale right now.
Three of his artists
Maybe
are
not
on
right
the
now,
list.
Who was managing Wale at different points. Who managed Meek Mill. And even when
So who are you? If you had to pick one person, who are you not upset but surprised that they not on?
If I had to pick one person that I'm surprised they're not on the list. That's tough. I'm surprised they're not on the list. I don't want to say I'm surprised they're not on the list, but I feel like people argue could be on the list. Big Boy. I feel like people argue could be on the list.
I think Big Boy could have been on the list.
Yeah. I know we had Ghostface and Method Man, but I feel like you could argue Raekwon to be on the list. I feel like you could argue Styles P to be on the list. You know, I feel like you could argue Cameron to be on the list. You know what I mean? Cameron's my favorite.
I think you can really make an argument for Cameron being on the list.
Respecting, but I feel like I'm kind of hurt with Cam.
You can definitely argue that for Cam to be on the list. I don't know why, and I don't even know if this is justified. But the only name that is coming to mind is Nelly, bro.
Nelly definitely should be.
I don't know why. I'm thinking why isn't Nelly on the list somewhere?
Nelly could be on this. It's hard to figure who you want to take off.
It's hard to figure who, but Nelly could be on the list, bro.
Nelly could be on this list. I feel like, you know what it was. I think it's him stepping away how he did. You know what I mean? I think he had 3-4 big albums. At least 2 huge albums and 2 albums.
Nelly should be on the list.
He
had songs that died and were reborn. He had Lazarus music. Yeah.
He did.
Like that shit, and then resurgence of social media made shit that wasn't even being promoted hot again.
Yeah, like hot hair. Niggas don't realize how big hot hair. She even Dilemma. I got so tired of that goddamn Kelly Rowland song. That shit was on the radio every day.
That one.
Nelly, I love you. I need you. Every fucking day.
Every day.
The fuck? That beat.
Every day.
Every day. Kelly Rowland talking about she loved Nelly every day on the radio. Goddamn, he was you. Country Grammar was fucking.
Country Grammar was my shit.
Stupid,
you know what's crazy?
Definitely can see Nelly.
That album was my first own purchase with my money when it came to buying hip hop. My first purchase was Nelly's first album.
I ain't mad at it.
That's funny as hell.
I remember my cousin put me on Eminem and Nelly at the same time.
That's a wild combo, bro. That's a wild combo.
Maybe same day. I remember I listened to both of albums and I just heard that. Oh, we going down, baby. No street in the rain. Got the streets sleeping, baby. Come and let it go. And this shit makes what? We ain't know what he was saying, but that shit was fucking. Me, St. Louis rolling on dubs.
That shit was crazy.
I wouldn't have been mad if Mace was on there.
I don't know if Mace has a place because I feel like, I don't know what his numbers there. I don't know if that matters.
I feel like he could have been.
I don't know if that really matters.
I feel like these people. I feel like anybody. I feel like they didn't get it so wrong that. Anybody,
no, it wasn't terrible. Like I'm not like there's no one I can pick out and be like I'm furious that.
They're not on there. But if there's a couple people that were on there, I wouldn't be.
Like, I'm really thinking like, is there anyone that I feel like of all time should really be on there that's not on there?
I feel like you could have put a couple people from the South on there. I feel like Juvie could have maybe made it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe a Trick Daddy. You know what I mean? I feel like.
But then who would have came off for Trick Daddy to be on there?
I'm not taking Juvie or Trick Daddy off of it. Ross is the 50. So
I feel like maybe. I want to say maybe Trina.
Maybe Trina.
I don't know if we get City Girls without Trina.
Yeah,
I don't think we do.
It's tough though. I'm trying to think of somebody else who really could be on there that like you really think about. I don't really know if anybody else really got snubbed. Ja Rule. Ja Rule was mad he wasn't there. Ja Rule was saying there ain't 50 rappers there or not. And I was a big fan of Ja Rule. I love Ja Rule's album, so I can definitely vouch for the B-sides Ja Rule had. He had that tough shit on his album.
I'm not gonna lie, Ja Rule deserves to be on that list, and I wouldn't be mad if they took off like a. I wouldn't be, and some people gonna be mad at this, but I wouldn't be mad if like, damn, maybe I would be mad. I was gonna say if Future was off and Ja Rule was on,
But no, I mean, March Madness, Dirty Sprite 2, like, stop it. Real Sisters, bro, like,
Real Sisters. Y'all old niggas
Freak
like,
Hoes, I don't know, bro.
We like in the middle. We like them fucking.
Nah,
age,
bro.
Like, we in the
I would be mad. I would be mad. I would be
we in the
mad.
age where it's like we can appreciate the old shit, but also, nigga, real
I'll be
sisters.
mad, bro. Real
Real
Sisters.
Sisters.
I don't give a fuck if them. Real Sisters. Hey!
Come on, bro.
Yes, Lord.
Come on, bro. I done fucked up.
Oh my
Get some
goodness, you flip flop.
flops.
We are watching this hell here right now, nigga. Come on, man. Come on. Nah, I would be furious if Future. Now, I wouldn't be furious if Future wasn't on the list. I would be furious if someone made a public edit to remove him and add Ja Rule. I definitely would be furious. Nah, that would be stupid. But Ja Rule should be on the list. The songs that he did with Ashanti and J Lo alone paved the way and solidified the relationship between R&B and hip hop. Like, and it paved the way for R&B and hip hop to be inseparably tied moving forward as well. And I just think that, you know, of course there's other iconic, you know, combinations, you know, everything Mariah did, everything Mary did,
I feel like
but those were like some, you know what I mean?
One thing this conversation has done for me, I feel like, has like ended the argument between like the best hip hop of all time is just Wu-Tang. Because there's 2 people in here, and then to me there's at least 2 more people in there. So you have 4 people that like.
There was only 2? Damn, RZA wasn't on there, huh?
There's Ghostface and Method Man in there.
Yeah, RZA
There's no
wasn't.
Raekwon.
Yeah.
There's no fucking ODB, which I feel like could argue.
There weren't 2 people from any one particular group outside of
Yeah,
Wu-Tang.
and they have 2 that are in there, arguably. If you want to count Redman, 2 and a cousin.
2 in the pop.
2 and a disciple.
Yeah.
Redman's like the extra
Yeah.
Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, that kind of proves to me that they're like the most iconic rap people. So,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
If Wu-Tang was to ever add a new member, I wouldn't envision it ever being anyone other than Redman.
Yeah, it'd be Redman. If it's not Redman, don't fucking tell me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my cousin. I don't want to see some new random nigga who been telling me
This is
member.
yeah, Samson Wu out of nigga, fuck that nigga. Nah, who the fuck is Samson Wu, nigga? Nah, yeah.
Whoever, bring the Jizzle, bring whoever y'all replace, bring them back. I don't want to see this new nigga.
Right. Nah, nigga, better be Redman.
That's crazy. We really did a whole pot about that list. But it was the hip hop pot.
No, this is hip hop. I mean, the hip hop is close and first of all, me and Lum wouldn't even know each other if hip hop didn't exist, bro.
Yeah,
So
man, I swear to God.
that's facts. So I think that at the end of the day, it was right to do it.
Yeah.
So like, comment, share, subscribe. Let us know how you feel about anything we said on the list.
Sure.
And did we disrespect your favorite rapper?
If we did, who was he? We
who
don't
was
care,
it?
but we still want to know.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm not going to apologize, but I do feel like I want to know.
Who got snubbed?
Who got snubbed, bro? Because the only person I can think of who should be absolutely on the list. Gotta needs to be on the list. No, Nelly, man. I think Nelly should have been on the list.
Nelly might be the biggest snub. We're talking about Impact. You know what I'm saying?
And to have a
sales,
diamond album is ridiculous.
Yeah, he has like a diamond album. Like he might be the biggest snub.
Like, yeah, he might be the biggest snub.
Hot in Here was.
Hot in Here is
If
just.
you had a song that got on my nerves, to me it was played so many times that it made me dizzy. So if I ever say like a rap song like that shit used to get on my nerves, that just means that shit went diamond. When I was in the club, they played it 7 times in 5 hours.
And you know the crazy thing about this list? If you change the subject of this list to not the top 50 rappers, but the top 50 rap songs, some of the artists on this list won't even have a song on the list.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Isn't that wild though?
A lot of them would.
Like some of the artists on the list wouldn't even have a song on the list.
If we did that, bro, we might take 35 people off.
Yeah. Crazy. Because Hot in Here is on top 50 songs.
Hot in Here is a top 50 song.
Easy.
Like, Black Dot don't have a top 50 song.
It's crazy.
A lot of people on here don't have a top 50 song.
Yeah.
Especially the older people who like.
Juvenile will be on her because back that ass up top 50 songs.
Rakim probably be off because I love Microphone Fiend and Master Plan.
Somebody will argue for it to be on there, but I don't know if it would make it.
Yeah, I don't know what it makes it. And I love Rakim. I love him so
The
much.
one person that would stay on there, that's funny to me, is Melly Mel.
Yeah.
Melly Mel would stay on there because it's like a jungle sometimes. It made me wonder how. That's still top 50.
How it keep from going up.
That's still top 50.
Sometimes it made me wonder how it keep from going
Gin
up.
and Juice is top 50. Snoop was on there, easy. I mean, Snoop got endless. I mean,
Endless.
you can take Gin and Juice off and replace it with Beautiful. Like he's still on there, bro.
Yeah, he's still on there. Take that off and replace it with Drop It Like It's Hot.
Take that off and replace it with Sexual Seduction. Even though I don't know if that's hip hop, but it's like, I mean, what are we talking about here?
It's definitely on there. Kendrick.
I mean, come on, stop it.
Hove, don't even like. Hove got, to y'all young bucks, like, to me, y'all don't even, that's what I'm saying. These motherfuckers at 17, y'all don't even know the best Jay-Z. Y'all didn't even see Jay-Z, like, hypothetically, he was dunking on people.
I mean, Cole's still on there too. That Middle Child, easily.
Middle Child, like.
There's like a bunch of songs to me, but Middle Child would easily be on there.
Yeah, definitely.
Whoever is that person that would take Middle Child off and put that on. Got me up all night. If you take a Middle Child out for that, fuck you. I like that song, but fuck you. You can switch it out for that.
Around, put some fucking Friday Night Light shit on it for Cole.
To be honest,
fathers ain't living, at least not with us. See him around the city and won't even say what's up.
Damn.
Them bars used to have.
Them bars really was like, damn. Facts.
Swear.
Facts.
Swear to God.
But you got a question today, though?
Smile in mirrors and you learn to fuck hoes off trial and error. Swear, when niggas act tough, don't even smile in mirrors, and you learn to fuck hoes off trial and error.
Yeah. Don't even smile in mirrors is facts.
Don't even smile in mirrors. It's hilarious.
Like, that's hilarious.
Smile in mirrors.
You got a question of the day, though? Anything you want to pop up?
I guess since this has been a hip hop themed podcast, you know what I mean? Let's see. I'm trying to think of some stuff. Who do y'all have higher? Who do you have higher in your hip hop on your hip hop list? Styles P or Big Boy? Styles P from the Locks or Big Boy from Outkast? Who is higher on your hip hop list? Where would they come? Which one of those two would deserve to be 51 the most? And tell me why.
Damn.
Styles P.
I don't know how to answer that because I like Big Boy's songs more than I like Styles P songs, but I like to listen to Styles P rap more than I like to listen to Big Boy rap.
Yeah. I like Big Boy songs, but to me, Styles P might have my favorite song in it too. I get high every day.
Yeah, but then I mean, Big Boys don't really have too many solo songs that I love.
He got two that I love. He got that, and he got that. The one with his other group he started, the Moon Niggas. I be on it all night, man.
I be on it
all
yeah.
day. Straight
that's
up.
hard.
Pimp, if you want me, you can find me
in the
hey, I'm on it. Hey, I'm on it.
Yeah.
I seen that nigga do that live. He was murdering.
Yeah.
I can't think of them. I don't want to disrespect his other group, the Purple Guys. You know Big Boy's other group that ain't
They're not
Outkast?
called the Purple Guys?
No, there's something different. They're not. I just know they all wore purple. That song was called Kryptonite. It was mad purple themed shit.
I don't know. I got
seen the one nigga before.
You talking about the group he started with Sleepy Brown?
No. He was still rolling with
Did he start a group with
Sleepy
Sleepy Brown?
No, he was just basically in Outkast.
He was just around. Okay.
He was in Outkast.
He was in a Dungeon Fam.
Yeah, he was a Dungeon Family. He sung all the Outkast hooks. You know what I mean? And then,
I don't know.
But I think out of them two, I feel like those.
He was in Organized Noise. That's what Sleepy Brown was in. Organized Noise.
Yeah. He sung a lot of, he sung a lot of iconic
Which is a
Outkast
part of
shit,
Dungeon
too.
Fam.
But yeah, I guess that's my question of the day. You know what I mean? For y'all
Styles
hip-hop
P or
Big Boy
from Outkast. That's a good one. I might have to take Styles. Just I love Styles' way he approaches shit and the way he dogged fucking Dipset, bro. On that, like to me, it's like come on, bro.
Why'd he grab Cam's pant leg like that? The disrespect that Dipset took on that stage had me swole.
That was a rough one, bro. That was a group on group rap battle, and that shit was hard, bro. Yeah. But I think we reached our time for today. We're gonna holla at y'all, man.
Sure.
Be good, stay safe, and peace out.
What's up?